Hi there, and welcome back to the IAMT podcast with me, Matt Stagg, and a very influential guest, and you're going to find this good because it hasn't been done. Paulo Henrique Castro, president of SCT, CEO and founder of Media Tech Lab. Paulo, how are you?
Fine. Good to see you.
So, would you be okay to introduce yourself and also say a bit about what you do, especially around SCT?
Yes. SCT is our broadcast engineering society in Brazil. So it's an association where we discuss technology, we discuss business. It started like 38 years ago, talking only about TV, but now it's about media.
28 years.
38 years ago.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
Yeah, it was kind of inspired on SAMT, on a broadcast engineering society. So we have started with TV, but now it's about media, innovation, and everything in this ecosystem. So I'm the president now. I started there as an intern, 28 years ago, and now I'm president. So that's great.
That's how we got into the business, and we could talk for hours about the skills gap and how we get people in. But what I really want to talk about is TV 3.0. What is it and why now?
Yeah. Brazil is in the middle of a big transition now. We are a country with more than 200 million people. And people rely on off-the-air broadcasting. So we have 70% of the household with external antennas. So our prime content is on free-to-air television in Brazil. So we have all the Formula One, the football matches, the soccer football matches.
Yeah.
And it's a media that people likes a lot. And we have a system that is digital, but we miss the connection with the digital ecosystem. So we design a system with the latest technology tools like VVC encoding, like MPEG-H audio, a lot of software layer for interactivities. All the channels now will be apps on your TV set, and we use broadcast and broadband fully connected. So for the consumers at home, for the viewers, they don't know where the signal is going. So the signal is coming to their house. If it's something everybody's interested coming for the broadcast. Broadcast will be a big CDN with low latency. But if you want some personalized, you can ask, you can choose on the menu, or you can have target advertisement just like the digital medias, and you receive that in broadband, but fully seamless and connected. So we designed this system, and we'll be launching just prior to the FIFA Cup in June this year.
And do you know what really? I was blown away when we spoke, because in the UK, all we talk about is a switch off of terrestrial TV, and everyone's going, where is it going? You've done both. To have a broadcast and a stream, it is just, surely that's the best way to do TV. How do you run it? How do you scale it? What happens if someone presses pause?
Yes, the idea is that when the two words begin to diverge, you have either the streaming or the broadcast. All the broadcasters start building their own streaming infrastructure. So they have the back office ready. They have the servers, they have the assets, they have the metadata, but they are different words. What the engineers in Brazil did was to check a way to combine that. And because when you have a streaming, the most successful your transmission is, more you have to pay for CDN, for distribution.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the broadcast is the other way. You do one investment in a big city with 20 million people, it's done. You get 20 million people with one investment.
Exactly. The business model there is the more people that watch it, the cheaper it becomes.
Yes.
In terms of ROI.
Exactly. So our idea is to combine the best of both worlds. So we design a system with the latest tools. For example, to have a better spectrum efficiency and energy efficiency that everybody's looking nowadays, we get a MIMO transmission. So we have two sets of antenna for receiving and for transmitting. And also LDM, the latest error correction tools. So we have a very robust system. The system is based on the ATSC, but enhanced with new tools.
Yeah.
And with that, of course, it's challenging because we are kind of pioneers, the first to use some kind of technology.
I mean, I'll be honest, when we spoke, I was like, this is what we've all been talking about in Europe. And you've done it. I mean, it's awesome.
But we have a very special condition in Brazil because free-to-air TV, of course, we are losing some of our advertisements to the digital media, like elsewhere.
Yeah.
But we're still very relevant. People watch free-to-air TV. People love free-to-air TV. And on free-to-air TV, we have our national content. We have our culture. So we still have local news and local stories, and so we have a mix and match of what we have like globally with locally. So I think that's what about broadcasting. What everybody want to see usually is on broadcasting.
Tell the story.
Yes.
You know, I'm just trying to work out because I've been an advocate for actually. Mobile broadcast, 5G, formerly 4G, and I was a great advocate of it, and the ship sailed. Apple didn't support in their middleware. If you don't have Apple in the UK, there's never going to be enough people in a cell site watching the same thing. What I'm really interested in. Is there any way, it's a multi-screen angle, the fan engagement, how does that work? Is there a way of moving from the broadcast stream to come back to the unicast stream? So you're watching sport, you pause, or how does that work? How's the interaction between streaming and linear?
Yeah, the nice thing is that our off-the-air transmission is not based like in MPEG multiplexing like the previous version. We are using route dash, so it's the same protocol that streaming use for transport. So we have a common layer. Is all IP. Is all route dash. Doesn't matter if it's off the air or over the internet. So that there's a middleware that we developed that take care of the seamless switching.
Right.
And seamless switching to the extreme. So you can have a personalized advertising during a commercial break.
Yeah.
So we have also bidirectional communication because of the internet.
Yeah.
So we get the metrics of viewing. We know what you like, and we know your profile, just like social media. So if you don't have kids, you are not going to have advertising for diapers. If you don't drink, you'll not get advertised for beers. So you can be target. If you're looking for a car,
I prefer
you're going to
beers
get there.
over diapers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Usually they are combined, right? You buy
well,
both.
I've got 3 children, so I totally know where you're going. Now, this is also interesting. So you're moving beyond a single. So you get the feed. You've got the football match. You've got the World Cup. How do you do the advertising? Is it just the linear model, or if I looked at a multi-screen replay, how does that work?
Yeah, what we have now, I call it a set of tools. Now it's up to the creatives to put that tools to work. Of course, we have some visions. I can share some with you. So when you are a broadcaster and you connected to like the broadcast center for FIFA or the host broadcaster from Olympics, they have like 80 different viewing angles. They have
Yeah.
all the statistics, the heat map, the list of players, extra information about how kilometers each one run, everything. But we don't have space to put that, right?
It's the L bar,
Yeah,
isn't it? Like
yeah.
we all know it. Like we've grown up with it.
Yeah, and,
Yeah.
and maybe my father, my grandmother, they just want to sit, watch, and relax. But the new
Exactly
generation, like video games, like
Yeah.
many screens, a lot of information at the same time, different angles. So we're just going to have tools to offer that. So we can
Yeah.
have a brand offering, do you want to see the heat map? Anytime, just click in this button and you have, and it's sponsored by IAMT.
Well, this is
For example.
this is the thing, and we spoke about this, and I've got a column in streaming media, and it was exactly that. How do you? I called it skin the game. You've got the feed, and the one you do is on screen on the big TV. You have to. That's where it goes, but sometimes people don't engage in that way. We talk about Gen Z, Gen Alpha. They, you know, it's not an attention thing. It's a relevance, and this gives the ability to engage in a different way. You've got all the you've got all the camera angles.
The camera angles, exactly. And there is a more. I think with audio will be a big player because
Yes.
sometimes there are people that like the neutral commentator. That someone like the fan. I'm fan of team A and the other fan of team B.
And influencers.
Influencers talking jokes.
Yeah.
No, doesn't care about the game. It's just saying, "Oh, look at the hair of that guy."
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know?
yeah.
And the young
Well, they
people
didn't say
like
it to
that.
me.
Yeah, no, not for you.
They say go look at the bold guy.
Yeah, but we can have multiple audios. We can have just the crowd, and you can mix because MPEG-H is
It's
object
a mix,
based,
yeah.
so you can have your own mix. I want to just hear the crowd. Now I just want to hear my fans or whatever, you know. So this kind of options, the personalization, and when you start to know our audience one by one, you can tailor. We can pre-configure your standard, and you don't have to do much. You know?
And then we're talking about hyper personalization.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
I know what you like. Here you go now.
You know, even in the news, just to get something, you have a window of 30 minutes of local news, but there are many subjects. But I like city safety, health, and education. Okay, my news will be more focused on that because
Now, that
that's what
is
I'm
cool.
interested in.
That
So
is cool because
it's
people don't
data-driven.
have time.
Yes.
You know, and you know, I wake up and I put the news on, and I want to know stuff I need to know before I go to work.
Yeah, weather or traffic.
Yeah. Now, we'll continue talking after this. One of the big things before we wrap up is Brazil, and what you're doing is a blueprint for the world. How are you going to share this knowledge? How does it work?
I think Brazil will be the big lab everybody will be watching.
Yes, exactly, the lab.
Exactly. And we are willing to take this risk of experimentation, okay? We have creative people there. We have people that, viewers that like TV, like our content.
Okay,
so
yeah.
This lab, we can have a lot of experience that there we will share. We are planning the set, our society, to have a kind of road show. International road show. So of course, big events like IBC in Amsterdam, NAB here in US, and also Interb in Japan, Koba Show in Korea.
Of course, yeah.
We go there and we share on paper sessions, but also going in the Latin America countries, our neighbors that we have friends there, and explain our experience. Tell why we choose this system. We choose a system that is more expensive than the existing one because the existing one has scale. But we believe that we can bring scale because to 200 million people in Brazil, maybe if we talk to Mexico, there is another big country, the other countries of Latin America. And if you're going to choose a new system, I think you have to plan for a long term. If you choose an old
yeah.
technology, you'll be obsolete very soon.
Yeah.
If you get the latest tools on the beginning, of course, it'll be more expensive, but later on, that will compensate, you know?
Absolutely. And the one thing is, it's going to be a problem. Like in the UK, we're going to switch off terrestrial TV. Where does that traffic go? You know, yeah, well, you can say, oh, we're streaming, but you know that's a lot for a backbone. And I mean, we're going to continue talking, and I'd love to be with you at IBC. I mean, I'm an advocate for what you're doing. After our talk, I was like, hey, guys, we were talking with like the regulator, and I have to say, thank you, you and Brazil, for helping us out, because there's a problem and there's a blueprint. So I just want to say thank you. We're going to continue talking. We'll be back later on, and thanks for watching.